What can you tell us about the most compelling evidence you've seen? Can you describe
I can't.
any of its characteristics? Is it pictures? Is it films? Is it, what kinds of things?
Yes, yes, and yes. It's videos, it's pictures, it's the intelligence reporting. It's quite titillating when we look at a video like this and we say, ooh, ah, oh. But there's actually a lot more to it. We have hyperspectral technology, we have radar technology, we have capabilities that are airborne, capabilities in low Earth orbit, capabilities in high orbit, geosynchronous orbit. And when you put all those resources together to collectively look at the same thing at the same time at the same place, it can paint a very compelling picture. And to put that on the backdrop, my country spends billions, with a B, billions of dollars each year, investing in just one of those areas to gain a little bit of an advantage. Remember, I mentioned low observability as being one of those characteristics of UAP. Well, the stealth technology, we'll spend $2 billion on a single aircraft just so the radar cross-section is a little bit less. And yet, these things not only are harder to see with electro-optical devices and radar, they're hard to see with the naked eye sometimes. And they can perform in ways that we can't. They can drop out of 80,000 feet, hover over the water, and then pop right back up again. I mean, you're talking about the energy requirements to do that in a conservative way. We still don't understand. We can't do that today.
I mean, there was a pretty extraordinary statement by the serving administrator of NASA a few days ago, wasn't there? Do you just want to talk us through that?
Yeah, well, he's one of many. We've had now former directors of our Central Intelligence Agency, former directors of national intelligence, former presidents of the United States, former and current members of our Congress, both Senate and the House of Representatives, and now our current administrator for NASA, all acknowledging the reality that this is real. Again, I think once you take away the tinfoil notion of tinfoil hats and nonsense like that, and we look at this from a national security perspective, we can start having a fair and rational conversation without the associated stigma and taboo. Well, they're certainly intelligently controlled, as we saw with Dave Fravor and other examples I can't discuss here, where they are reacting to our action. So there is a stimulus and there is certainly a response. So this isn't some sort of random atmospheric anomaly or something like that. They are intelligently controlled. The question is what and who is controlling them, and that is precisely what we are trying to figure out today.
You got any theories?
Let me say one thing. There have been moments in our species, paradigm moments. In our lifetime, not so much, but as a species, it happens quite a bit. There are these paradigm moments that push the evolution of our species, mankind. The first one perhaps is when we came out of the cave and we looked at the stars and we realized our universe, our world just got a lot bigger. The second time perhaps was when two stones were struck together, created a spark, and all of a sudden we began to illuminate the darkness around us. The third time was probably when a couple folks, probably like us, were standing on a beach and someone said, you know what, I'm going to sail over the horizon. And of course people said, no, you don't want to do that, the earth is flat and there's sea monsters out there. And of course now we kind of chuckle and look back and laugh about it. But in reality, you know what, there really are sea monsters. They're just called great white sharks and blue whales and the great squid of the Pacific. And we realize that they're not really sea monsters. They're just part of nature. They're part of our reality. They're part of our paradigm. And so perhaps this topic, maybe we're just standing at the precipice of yet another paradigm moment for our species. Maybe this is just another beach and we're looking over yet another horizon.